Hello everyone. So I thought I'd make a video about inspiration, idea, planning, action, kind of like a movie, eh? That's what happens, most of the time we get this inspiration, right? And we get really excited because it's just like, it feels so easy to do when it's in inspiration form. And then we get all these ideas and all these other ways that we think we can kind of combine all these different things in this inspiration that we had, and then we start to plan, and then it comes to action. And that's when a lot of us put our brakes on, and we find something else to do. We either start cleaning our house, or we get on the phone, or we get on Facebook or the internet, or we go for a walk, which there's nothing wrong with any of these things because sometimes we need to relax to do it. But if we're doing it to procrastinate, then we want to understand why, right? So a lot of times, a lot of people say just push through, just go, 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 do, do, do. But that continues this cycle of starting, stopping, starting, stopping, because there's a part of us that's resisting. So we just want to understand that part of us. We want to understand all parts of us, but especially when resistance comes up, especially when procrastination comes up, especially when self-sabotage comes up, because these are just aspects of ourselves that for whatever reason don't feel safe. So we want to understand what's going on internally. We don't want to just be that mean parent, say, you better do this or else, because there's no mean parent anymore. We're our own parents now, and reparenting is loving ourselves, is wanting to understand ourselves. We want everybody else around us to understand us, but are we taking time to understand ourselves? Are we taking time to be with that part of us that just may feel a little bit scared, or maybe we're doing it other people's ways. Maybe we got this inspiration idea, and then we're starting to implement it in the ways everybody else told us to, but there's a whole different way that this part of us wants to express this idea or create this idea, and it's just letting us know, hey, you know what, this isn't the way that I want to do it. And there's so many different reasons why there's resistance. So to just say there's resistance, that doesn't help. We want to go within. We want to talk that part of us. We want to, understand. A lot of people say, it's our inner child, and that may be. And it's important to help our, quote, inner child feel safe, but it's also important for us to feel safe. And what does that mean? So what does feeling safe mean to you? You want to ask yourself that question. You want to also ask yourself, so what am I afraid of? Is it because of social consequences? Is it because of I'm afraid of how people will view me? Am I afraid of criticism? Am I afraid of judgment? Am I afraid of failing? And the thing is, you can't really fail because everything we do is, quote, an experiment. Life is an experience and an experiment. So we really can't fail at anything we do. The thing is to be more gentle with ourselves and put in the eyes of compassion instead of the eyes of judgment. And the whole comparison thing is it's beautiful when we use that as a way to inspire us, because there's a lot of people who inspire me. Like, there's so many beautiful beings in the world that are doing so many great things, and that's inspiring to me. And that's just my soul saying, hey, look, Deb, you can expand in this way, you can grow in this way. It's not about copying them. It's about bringing my own authenticity. It's about bringing your own authenticity. It's about getting excited about that idea, because that idea came through us personally for a reason. No one else is getting that same exact idea. Now, it might come in a different way for other people. It might come, according to the ideas of, for instance, entrepreneurs. So there's coaches, there's healers, there's all kinds of things, that people do as an entrepreneur. But the same token, they're not us. We have our own unique way of bringing that forth, and if nobody does it, and if we don't do it, people aren't going to get our uniqueness. There's a lot of things, especially coaching and healing today. There's all these ways people are sharing that they're doing it in selling coaching packages. For me, that doesn't work. For me, because the healing that I do with my clients is intimate. I want my clients to feel safe. I want them to feel seen, heard, and know that they have a safe place to a safe place, I gotta speak, safe place to express their feelings, and that I'm giving them my undivided attention. A lot of times with coaching programs, you can get lost in it, and for me, it never works. So that's why I do what I do in the ways that I do it. Now, for you, it may be different. The type of healing I do, it's individualized. So taking a group through the healing may work, but it's important to dialogue with my client. It's important to understand their what's happening uniquely inside of them. So I invite you to find what's right for you. Take some time to, communicate with your inner child, because to tell you the truth, we talk a lot about inner child healing, but it's more about inner child revealing. I keep my little Debra, her pictures are everywhere in my house, and, I talk to her every morning, and I ask her, sometimes I use the right hand, left hand technique. If you don't know what that is, you use your dominant hand to write a question, and you have your non-dominant hand answer. And do your best to let go of judgment and controlling. Allow the energy to flow, because that energy is flowing from your inner child. Now, your inner child may not be ready to reveal some stuff to you because they might not feel safe. And that's why we do the inner child healing, to experience the inner child revealing, because they hold the keys to our life journey. They hold the keys to our deepest inspiration. They hold the keys to our deepest joys and our deepest passions. A lot of times, a lot of us are working on a condition, and we're following the way we are told we should be, or what everybody else is doing, so we could fit in and do what the collective's doing, and all these things that they say we need to do. But we're never truly fulfilled. We're truly fulfilled when we're living in our heart and soul. We're truly fulfilled when we're feeling the radiance of our inner glow. We're truly fulfilled when we're doing what we love to do. And a lot of times, there's all these attractive things that people offer, and a lot of it, it's like, make all this money, but our clients aren't a number in a bank account, in our bank account. Our clients are these divine beings that come to us for loving support, and they trust us. They trust us to hold that space of love for them. They trust us because they've either heard us speak or have watched us on Facebook, or something about us ignites them to work with us. And that's the beauty of it. Two beings coming together, in the loving, in the compassion, in the sharing, in the supporting. And our clients are precious, and they deserve to be treated that way. And, I invite you to, whatever you're doing, make sure you're in integrity with it. Make sure you're in alignment with it. Make sure it's something that brings you joy. Anytime we grow a business, anytime we do anything, every time we get a new idea, we're gonna, experience some type of challenge along the way. It's because we're learning and growing. Our identity is attached to a certain way of being. Our whole system is attached to a certain way of being. And anytime that's quote threatened, anytime we see a potential change, we may have some resistance to it, and that's okay, because it's just showing a part of us that may be afraid, that may, have some type of maybe past experience where they got hurt, so they want to know that they're safe. And the thing is, a lot of times we say, oh, I don't want to, go into the past, because that just opens it. But to tell you the truth, the past is actually filtering our perceptions and points of views until we shift that energy, until that energy, that part of us, our inner child is loved and held in the loving, and we're holding them, and they have like these beautiful ideas, and we're listening to them. We're not telling them that that's stupid and all those things that mean parents said to us. It's like honoring our creativity, honoring our unique expression, no matter what, no matter if anybody doesn't like it, keep on honoring it, because that's your unique gift. That's what's going to bring you true fulfillment. Tapping into that greatness of who you are, tapping into that wonderful uniqueness, that authenticity, that beautiful expression that God created you to be. You're worth living in your authenticity. You're worth being all that you created to be. You're worth, succeeding and making a lot of money. If that's what you want to do, you're worth it. I'd encourage you to take some time to write out what you really want. You get an inspiration, go with it. Let the ideas come, do the planning or whatever. Work with that part of you when that resistance comes up, because it's just a scared part of you. It just wants some love. and be gentle with yourself, be kind with yourself. And if you like support, I would love to support you on your journey. I've been through it. I know what it's like. I get it. I get the resistance. I get everything about this journey. Not everything, I lied. But I get everything that I've experienced along this journey, and I can imagine a lot of other people have experienced the same thing too. So reach out for support if you would like support from me. I know you can do this if you choose. I believe in you, and I love you.